Yeah, Boogie, what up? Boogie, what up? Boogie, what up? Hey, hey, tell me what they talking about. Man, I bet them niggas talking about this. Hey, niggas say doing what? Hey, tell me what they talking about. Man, I bet them niggas talking about this. Hey, niggas say doing what? Hey, but I bet that they don't do it like this.
Welcome to another episode of Watch the Right Film. Today I have a guest here today, Jason Wade. Jason Wade, say hello to the people out there.
How's it going? What's going on?
Yeah, I thought I'd wear my afro today in honor of him. And so let's get the show on the road. Our first topic today, Ice Cube posted this picture on his Facebook page this week and asked his fans, which sequel do you want to see? Of all of these fan-made titles, which would you be most interested in seeing?
You know what? I'm really gonna have to go for Coming Back to America.
Really?
To kick it off, to be my top one. For the simple fact, just because Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, man, I mean that tag team is ridiculous, and ain't neither one of them lost it yet, and especially with Kevin Hart stepping up to it. Hopefully, if it does come around,
would you like to see the sequel, like starring Kevin Hart and having him like?
You know what? I think it would be funny if Kevin Hart played Eddie Murphy's son.
You know, I was thinking that too,
you know
as a possible sequel idea, but at the same time, it's like, maybe that could work. Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be an interesting thing. I don't know,
but and then switch it, as opposed to it being in New York, go ahead and take it to the West Coast, take it to California, back to where, because I think in the original movie it was either Queens or what was the other place in California? Either way, West Coast. Kevin Hart being Eddie Murphy's son, Arsenio Hall being like the uncle type figure, be hilarious.
Yeah, because I don't think Eddie Murphy would be that interested in going back to a role like that.
I don't think so.
If you had a movie like that, I think you have another son like play Eddie Murphy's son, somebody else play, and then have him with Kevin Hart and have Kevin Hart be, because I don't know if Kevin Hart could have African accent and not make it sound racially offensive.
Hey,
I don't.
Hey, man, you never know, man. You never know. Hey, Kevin Hart might pull some stuff out of his ass, man. Kevin Hart is cool.
Of all of these titles, I think the Poetic Justice too. I think that one just looks kind of ridiculous. I don't think Kendrick, J. Cole, or that girl. I can't remember her name.
The reputation that movie has, them two are gonna have to step up pretty big as far as acting roles. I mean, they're already big musically.
Yeah. But
I mean, as far as acting wise, I don't know, man. I mean, if they crash that, I don't know, man.
Now, you know what film I would like to see on this list? I would like to see GoodBurger too. And that's going to be a topic we talk about later. But I would like to see it if it was a sort of dark comedy. But other than that, I think Boys in the Hood too, you couldn't do it because everyone's dead except for Cuba Gooding Jr. And I don't know.
That is true. That is true, though.
And I don't think I want to see. Well, I mean, I guess you introduce a new cast, but I don't know if I would want to see.
For the most part, it'd be the exact same thing. I mean, how many different hood movies can you come up? It's all the same.
Now, White Man Can't Jump 2. Now that could be interesting.
That piques my curiosity, especially Wesley Snipes.
That piques my curiosity because Woody Harrelson, he showed in True Detectives that he's still a good actor, as well as Wesley Snipes. He showed he's still athletic enough to play something. And when he did it, Expendables 3.
Yeah.
So I would like to see maybe that back. Maybe if it was more of a, I would like to see them, play off each other again to see if they still had it.
Or maybe take the comedic route and they both have sons and then they coaching their sons' teams.
Make it like I don't know. It might get a little cheesy. It sounds like that Martin movie, when he was a basketball coach. That's what that sounds like.
Or that one Pharrell movie, Will Ferrell, where he was a soccer
kicking and screaming.
Yeah, kicking and screaming. Yeah.
I don't know. Last Friday seems like I mean, I think Ice Cube can go into that role whenever he feels like it, but I don't know if Chris Tucker is comedically funny enough as he used to be.
You know what?
To be that.
I saw a show of him maybe like a year and a half ago, and from the jokes I've heard, they were the exact same jokes he was saying
in the 90s.
You know what I mean? So I mean, if he could come up with some fresh material, him and Cube, man. I mean, either way, as long as it hits, I mean, if it hits the screen, they smashing it out the park. I think it's going to be funny, and it's going to generate a whole bunch of revenue just because it's last Friday. So,
well, obviously, like we said, this is all fan made pictures. None of these are actual legit titles. So, if they do come up with them, we'll see what happens. All right, on to the next topic. Gary Gray passed up Tim Story, the director of the Fantastic Four films, and Keenan Ivory Wayans' Scary Movie. That's what it is. As the highest grossing film by a black film director. What are your thoughts on this? Did you see Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah. I mean, anytime somebody like that, especially a black director, gets that much credit and
praise,
emphasis and praise on the movie, man, it's big. But I mean, Straight Outta Compton was amazing. It probably got a lot of the crowd generated just because of the music. I mean, probably a lot of people don't really know the background of it, but I mean, it still generated a lot of revenue. But I mean, not taking nothing from Keenan Ivory Wayans though, neither nor
Tim Story.
I mean, they both real good directors.
Well, see, this is the thing. I thought the Fantastic Four movies were
but you see, they remaking them though.
Yeah,
but you see they're remaking them now.
And you see exactly they're remaking them because the old ones didn't stand up. Now I think Keenan Ivory Wayans, he did a good job with the first Scary Movie. And I thought, because that whole family does a good job with those type of films, with the scary movies and just the spoofs.
Once they backed out, that's probably when they should have
shut it down.
But I mean, it's cool that Marlon came on and got together and did
the Paranormal Activity. I still haven't seen either one of those. The what are they called? Haunted House. I haven't seen either one. Of those.
I haven't been. It hasn't. I don't think those are going to be
like the stand the test of time.
The same.
But now if you go back to Keenan Ivory Wayans, like his first spoof like that, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. I think is like one of the funniest movies I've seen.
I mean, yeah, that's legendary. That's a straight classic. That's a straight classic. But I mean, as far as coming up with these new young guys, man, I mean, hey, the directing bar is high right now. I mean, Gray, Singleton, I mean, all of them, man. They're all
it's been F. Gary Gray I think he's a fantastic director. I think he's come up a lot. He started off his first movie was Friday. And if you see the progression from Friday to Straight Outta Compton, my God.
Well,
you're talking about somebody.
His directorial debut was Today Was a Good Day. He did Ice Cube's video.
He did that video. And that was sort of cinematic in itself.
Oh, yeah.
But to see somebody progress, not only progress as a director, but at the same time sort of go back to their roots, kind of almost go full circle and go right back to, almost where he started. I think that's right. I thought it was a fantastic movie. A lot of people debate whether it has some of its flaws or whatnot. But I just thought overall it was such an entertaining movie. That's the kind of music I grew up to. That wasn't the era I grew up in, but I listened to 90s hip hop music straight through as a kid. So, and
a lot more writers and directors are starting to video these groups and these music icons. A lot more movies are coming out as far as documenting, music groups and coming behind them. So it's cool to see what the next one's going to be. I'm excited. I'm
excited too. On to the next topic. All right, our next topic is, according to Vibe magazine, a sequel to the family-centered film SoulFood is in the works, with all the cast expected to be returning. Are you excited about a SoulFood sequel?
I'm probably as excited about the SoulFood sequel as if I was, as if Tyler Perry was dropping another movie, or Best Man 3 was coming out or something like that. I mean, it's it's once you've seen one, man, you've seen them all. I guess for the cast and that's coming back, it's
for
a
them
huge
to
cast. You know what I mean? For them
work
to,
again.
you know what I mean? To like reunite. It'd be nice to see like a soul food
reunion,
Sunday reunion. You know what I mean? Gathering around the table again, but.
I remember seeing that movie as a kid and being kind of confused because it was kind of all over the place. Like, yeah, it was about family dinners, but I think everyone's drama. You said something earlier where you said that it was sort of the genesis of these sort of Tyler Perry movies. Like it kind of opened the floodgate to have a black sort of centered family, but have it
show so much
drama
and feeling.
Yeah, like the young girl was cheating with the husband was it Vivica Fox?
Yeah. No, Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa Williams. Yes, that's right. But yeah, I'm excited for them to be able to come together and be able to get work because I think a lot of those actors haven't had work in a long time, so it'll be interesting to see them sort of
work. Another thing about that movie, watching it too. I like how it's narrated through the kids' eyes, the whole movie, but also all the drama and all the side stuff that's going on. You see him seeing all that. I feel like that's another meaning behind the story, showing especially with black kids today, they see all the broken homes, all the broken families and stuff like that, and then coming up and developing ideas about themselves, about what life is and what's going on. I think that was a big point in that movie too.
Yeah, I think I can see this being a movie that comes out like maybe not. It has no release date, but I can see it coming out in like a September slot.
Yeah,
and making a lot of money because black people be like, well, remember, sort of the old soul food and remember kind of getting
like
caught
around
up.
Thanksgiving time, something like that,
or just remember that song from the first one that what's it gonna be?
Is that
what's it gonna be?
Yeah,
I think that set it off. I think that set it off. Or Soul Food. I don't remember which one it was. Total. That song by Total.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But speaking about songs though, the production on that movie was a Babyface knocked it out.
Oh yeah,
Babyface knocked it out.
Yeah.
Babyface produced that. He might have been executive producer, but the song choices on that movie were baby making music. That was it.
Yeah, that's because everybody was making babies in that movie.
Hey, that's true.
And what Mekhi Phifer, he was like a knucklehead.
Hey man, right? Mekhi Phifer was young as hell in that movie.
Yeah,
man.
he had that. I think he had that bald head.
His head was so small, bald man. He had that little slight pencil drawn on mustache, man. Damn, the denim jackets.
He hasn't been in a whole lot of movies either. A lot of them people are. The one guy, the bald head dude. Did you wind up watching the Soul Food TV series?
I never got into the Soul Food.
Drake was actually on that. One thing that I think a lot of people don't know, Drake was actually a side character on the Soul Food TV series that I don't know if it was on Showtime or HBO, but the young kid, he was in middle school, I believe, and Drake appeared on the episode. So Drake maybe we can get Drake back for the sequel.
Interesting. No, I don't think
no. But yeah, he was like a little jerk of a kid, and he just kind of teased.
That sounded about right.
So it was funny. It was interesting to see. Right. On to the next topic. This was kind of interesting, I thought. Last week, Jimmy Fallon did a skit in which he brought together Keenan and Kel for the first time in who knows how many years. Sort of a mini GoodBurger reunion. Were you a fan of this small reunion after watching the video?
I'm gonna have to say yeah. I was a fan of the GoodBurger movie when it came out. But Jimmy Fallon, the last reunion he did or that I saw was a Saved by the Bell reunion, and I thought that one was real good too. But him bringing together all these people that were doing big movies like that. Especially Keenan and Kel, hilarious figures, man. I think it's real cool.
One thing I think is interesting about the Jimmy Fallon show, which when he was doing the late night and doing this night show, I think one thing that I appreciate about him is that he has this sort of nostalgia, or he understands this nostalgia that America has for 90s material, 90s shows, 90s music.
Yeah, he does, and especially when he does his little makeup sets with the cameos and
he even had that little. He played GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah,
so he does a lot of these 90s inspired things. And my only thing caused a pause for him has always been, is it going to run out? Is it going to start getting dry? Because the 90s is only going to be cool for so long.
And whatnot.
You know, what's he going to do? Have like Jay-Z redo, Big Pimpin' video or something? Is he just going to transition to the 2000s every time, we start getting nostalgic for something? But as far as the Good Burger reunion, I thought it was hilarious. It brought me back to when I used to have that orange videotape, the Good Burger orange videotape, and to watch it all the time. So I thought it was interesting. Afterwards, Keenan was talking about them trying to get back and doing something together, and I think he was just kind of hyped up off of
I was about to say he was probably
all those
so
people.
And
a lot of people watched the Fallon show, so I'm sure he was just geeked up about it and was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna do something. But I don't see anybody really clamoring to get a Keenan and Kel reunion show together.
I think I mean, as far as the reunion show, I think it would depend on the guest stars too. As well as Keenan and Kel's originality that they can bring back as far as comedy goes too. You can't use them old jokes that they was using back. When TV was all standard definition, man.
I think that I could see a Good Burger movie in the works. If Nickelodeon, and I don't think this would ever happen, but if Nickelodeon was willing to let them kind of be more adult about it, because the core audience is like people our age, in their 20s, 30s.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I could see them if they did like a dark comedy where like Kevin Hart was like the owner of the business. And then, it kind of made it almost like, I don't know if you ever seen Clerks 2, but sort of like a sequel to it, but allowing it to be adults and allow them to be still working at this place.
So that would be
20
cool.
years later.
I think that'll increase the public's view on it, but I don't think Nickelodeon's gonna put their stamp on it.
No way. There would be no Nickelodeon.
Nah. It'd have to be. It could be dark, but it'd be clean. It'd have to be clean, man. I think it'll.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
It'll wash it up too much.
That's the one thing. If they did, they would have to. I think if Nickelodeon,
they would have to sign the rights over to somebody else, or maybe partner in with the adjoining company or something like that.
If Nickelodeon did it, they're gonna make Keenan and Kel the owners, and then have like a new group of black kids coming to it, which actually could work if they use the kid from Dope. Shamik Moore.
You know what? I haven't seen that movie.
That movie's fantastic. You should definitely check it out. But all right, on to the next topic. So guess who's back again? Will Smith. He's been on a roll, I think, since after sort of the failures of After Earth, which I mean, it sold a lot of money, but I don't think people anybody
Will Smith
respect
been
him.
on the roll since he was born.
Well, I think he kind of fell off a little bit, but
and even though I do agree, After Earth was one of his weaker movies, he has to come up with something with one, at least one of his kids, being an actor. He has to make a movie somewhere with that. But you see, he didn't have a huge role in it though,
because he didn't want no part of it. He read the script.
I think it was more for his son. But
probably so.
But it's Will, man.
And he was able to come back with Focus, which I thought was okay. And
I thought Focus was real good.
I liked the first half of Focus. The second half kind of. I thought I didn't really like that it went to a love story. Like I liked the first half where it was like a heist or like a the sort of underworld belly. I like that part of it. But I mean, it was overall a good movie. And now he's in this new trailer. He's in a new trailer for a new movie called Concussion, which deals with the cover up of the NFL covering up concussions. And Will Smith plays I don't know if he's a Jamaican or African doctor.
Yeah, I was about to say he has some type of island accent in that.
To the truth.
Movie. Yeah, something like that.
But after seeing the trailer, what are your thoughts on Concussion? Is it something you want to see?
I'm gonna definitely check it out. I mean, aside from the fact that it's Will Smith, I mean the whole overall story of the movie. I mean, it's interesting, and I mean it's true too. As far as many people get hit and end up with brain damage after their NFL careers. And nobody really shines light on that, but I mean, it happens. Yeah,
if you would have told me that they were making a movie about NFL concussions, I probably would tell you it's something I'm gonna fall asleep to.
I was gonna say it off jump. Just hearing it tossed around or catching it in the air, it sounds like it'd be a real, boring, slow pace. Like, man, what kind of documentary is this?
But I think that it sort of feels like it could be in the vein of what was that movie, Enemy of the State? without the action.
Okay.
Sort of cover up and trying to hide. And,
because I think they even show people trying to come after him.
Yeah. Somebody tries to hurt his wife or something like that.
Something like that. So I can see that.
But also, it can be, I think, go in the vein of that Matt Damon spy movie where he was, I think it was called The Informant or something like that. And I didn't really care for that movie. So I'm hoping that, they don't just spice it up the trailer and the movie turns out to be a little bit dry.
It doesn't look like it. I doubt it. Will Smith can carry a movie pretty well. I mean, unless we're gonna go back to Afterward. But if that's really only, if that's the only movie we have to discredit him, then that
Men in Black 3.
Damn.
All right, on to the next topic. Our next topic, ScreenCrush.com reports that Lee Daniels is in talks to do a spinoff to Empire. Rumors are that the show might consist of a young Cookie or an all-girl R&B group, sort of in the vein of TLC or Destiny's Child. So, Jason, what would you want to see for Empire spinoff? First of all, do you watch Empire?
I love Empire. I do watch Empire.
Are you a fan of Lucius Lyon?
I mean, Lucius is the real deal. Lucius is a crazy motherfucker on that show. But overall, the whole show is real good, real good. Like the audio and the whole production behind it too is real cool. They got some real talented people on that show.
That's one of the things that's kept me from really watching it. I've seen a couple episodes. I haven't jumped on board yet, like everyone else. The music does throw me off. I'm not a big fan of the songs from it. Just me personally.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm not a fan of Hakeem's music. The
rapper son.
The rapper son. I'm more of a Jamal fan. I think Jamal has a real good story in that show. And
now, the only thing I don't like about it, the one thing I did see that I really was just like, wow.
I already know what you're about to say.
The rap battle.
I mean, hey, man.
But, I mean, it's a soap opera. It's a black soap opera.
Yeah, you gotta generate some kind of drama in there.
So, but back to the question, though. What would you want to see? What character would you want an Empire spinoff to follow? Or whether it's new or old, existing? What would you want to see out of an Empire spinoff?
If they were to do any type of Empire spinoff, anything, I would like to see it pre-Empire, like how Lucius and Cookie, during their drug
came up.
How they came up. They hint at it in the show. They sold drugs and they did all this to get the money for it. But that's what I would be interested in seeing, how they came up to do what they did.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. But the only thing is, it'd be tough because since they do show flashbacks of them younger as themselves, it would be a little jarring to just cast new people as younger versus them when they already show
that makes sense. Makes sense.
I think it could be interesting if they did like an all-girl group, sort of like I think that would be interesting. I don't want to see a young Cookie. I don't think anyone.
TLC will probably have the forefront.
Not a made-up R&B group. And just kind of take all these stories. Okay. Maybe have like one girl sleeping with the road manager, and that causing friction and different things like that. So I would like to see them do an all-girl group. Kind of break some of these. I'm sure there's probably plenty of African American.
I was gonna say with
Disney
that
Channel stars.
True, but you don't see too many. You don't see too many all-female groups being held up in a show like that. I don't know if that can stand up to the.
See, that'd be the challenge. I'm sure maybe they didn't think the same thing about Empire. But if you took
but see, you got Terrence Howard in there. You got huge names in there. Who you gonna get to cast? All girl group like that. If Terrence Howard name and Taraji P. if they weren't in this, I don't think it would get a lot of feedback it gets now.
I don't think so either. But I think if you have like a named manager for the show, like someone who discovers all these girls, and then like maybe he's sleeping with one of them, and maybe wants the lead, and she's getting jealous. Sort of how you remember in Ray, how those girls were all fighting each other, and kind of that sort of drama going on. I think if you created a situation like that, I think you can make for a great show.
Yeah, I agree.
So all right, on to the next topic. All right, now it's time for our last segment. This segment is called Netflix and Chill, where we look at films leaving and coming to Netflix for the month of October. This month, there's only one black film coming and going, ladies and gentlemen, and that film is You Got Served. That's right. You Got Served leaves on October 1st, so hurry up and catch it out.
It's a good film.
This month, You Got Served is the only film. Now, Jason, should people be running to catch this film before it leaves Netflix? You Got Served, the B2K movie.
If you're 16, 17, getting ready to leave for a high school prom or something like that, go ahead and get your practice in. But I mean, other than that, I wouldn't say running to go see it. I mean, I don't think nobody's paying attention to You Got Served.
It's like, yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be a time where for the Netflix and Chill segment, I say just chill. Don't Netflix it, just chill. Just find something else to watch.
Although when it did come out, it was. I mean, I saw it at theaters. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was. When I was a kid, I thought it was. What?
That might have been the first real dance movie to really like hit it like that, as far as like, freestyling and battle dancing. I think that might have been the first one.
I think that probably was too, the first one in recent memory that I can remember. Yeah, it did have a little bit of a better version than Step It Up, and then
Step It Up.
What's the black one with Chris Brown? One was short.
Stomp the Yard.
Stomp the Yard. But the one thing I will think that I do think about You Got Served, how everything conveniently got tied up at the end. Where they're trying to make this money for this drug dealer.
Oh,
and then Steve Harvey just comes and says, I took care of it. And you're like, and even in the movie, they're like, what does that mean? Don't worry. I took care of it,
man. Mr. Rad.
Like, what does that mean? How did you take care of it? What did you take care of?
Steve Harvey, you see he knew cops in there. You see he knew cops. Steve Harvey was an underground gangster in that movie.
Man, look,
gangster.
There's no way that movie should have just been like, you don't got to worry about selling drugs no more.
You know what?
You can dance.
I'm surprised I'm surprised they weren't talking about making a sequel to that.
Well, I think
especially with all the dance movies that have 2s and 3s and 4s now
and 5. I think they might. No, you know what? I think they might have done a sequel to that already. I think there might be.
They did.
Yeah,
don't tell me that.
I believe that there is. You Got Served too.
I don't know about that, man. I know it probably went straight to Netflix, if anything. But
there
the choreography behind the movie.
Nope. Thank God. No, You Got Served too. No, You Got Served too.
But yeah, the choreography behind the movie, man, and I mean that was when they were at their prime too. That Marcus Houston, Omarion, man, I think that was it was cool, man.
They had to capitalize. They you get a lot of these groups who need to capitalize on their name when they're at their hottest. The Beatles did it.
Right. Make their so-called
stamp. So that forever will be the stamp of B2K. You Got Served. Whether it's a joke or seen as something fun.
Lil' Kim did surprise me at the end, man.
She was in that movie.
She made a little cameo in there, damn near half naked, but Lil' Kim is Lil' Kim. But the movie was cool, man. I wouldn't be running to see this. Not off Netflix. Go ahead and let that
let it fade.
Let that fade out.
Go
ahead, let that
wait till November. All right. That's the last. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching and Watch the Right Film, the show where we discuss, debate, and review black film. I'd like to thank my guests today, Jason Wade.
Yes, sir.
Got something to say to the people? You got something where you want them to check you out at?
No. I'm on grid. I'm low key.
Don't forget to subscribe down here. Subscribe down wherever the little box is. I think it's right here. But anyways, make sure. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm facing the opposite way of you. Make sure you subscribe down here. Watch the Right Film. The more subscribers we get, the more entertainment we can bring. I don't know how that works, but anyways, subscribe and thanks for watching. Watch the Right Film.